I had the good fortune to be retired when I sort of fell into managing the food pantry 7 or 8 years ago, and it really has been good fortune. The support from the community of Brookline has been totally incredible. There are, I think, 3 constituencies, and I'm sort of at the center of that, and it's miraculous. One is the people who need the food pantry, and that has grown by leaps and bounds. The numbers are something like 2,200. Now, people can come every 2 weeks. People don't come every 2 weeks. They come maybe once a month. Some people come every 2 weeks. Some people come 3 times a year. The average is about 10 times a year, maybe 12 times a year that people come. So with that as background, in '06, we were having 2,200 visits a year. Divide that by 52, and it's about 50 visits a week. Last week, we had 33 visits on Saturday. We had 112 visits for the week. If that's the pace, we're going to do about 5,500 visits this year. So the need has just grown and grown and grown, and mostly in the last 2 years. The economic downturn has been totally devastating. All sorts of people come. They're all Brookline residents. If someone who's not comes in, they get to take a bag or 2 bags of food, but we tell them how to find food nearer to where they live. Another constituency is you guys, the donors to the food pantry. And our need has grown, our effort to raise money has grown. People like Harvey have done these amazing things. I mean, what he's done, I've had nothing to do with this at all. Harvey and Katie, where's Katie? Katie, will you come up here? Harvey and Katie have done it. So this is the lady who I think does it all. And Harvey's Roger, would you stand up, please? Roger Grandy is a teacher at the high school, and he's an advisor to the social justice groups. A fabulous guy, and I hear you have a new baby.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to announce our event in April, too.
What?
I want to announce our event in April for the food pantry.
Okay.
I'll wait till you know.
So I just want to thank these people for what they've done. I want to thank all of you, and there are 800 of you and others, Brookline residents mostly, who've written checks to the pantry over the past few years. That has enabled us to spend $40,000, $35,000, $40,000 for years, $77,000 last year, $90,000 and growing in 11. So the need has just expanded. I mean, think what you spend when you go to the supermarket. So people fill 1 or 2 bags of groceries. That's what walks out the door in money. We get donations, of course. We get free food from the Greater Boston Food Bank, and we get money to buy food, and we buy more than half the food. The other group that is the third group that I've been lucky enough to be at the center of is the volunteers. We are open 14 hours a week. We usually have 4 volunteers there for every hour we're open. And we happen to have 3 of those volunteers here tonight. Where you can't see them are Maureen Carter and Mary Curran, who have been they have been volunteering 2 hours a week for maybe 15 years each, maybe 20. I don't know. It predates me by quite a lot. Regular as clockwork. They come, they do. They have this wonderful relationship with the customers. People who come on Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, they know Mary, they know Maureen. And I will mention Ashley, who has recently joined us, and we have a number of new volunteers. So I don't think there's a whole bunch more I want to say, but I'll tell you one story. I was at the Pantry on Saturday. I started to, we're open 1 to 4 on that day. I started to leave about 3:30. I get a phone call. I've been able to run the pantry out of this. And it happens to be a woman who calls and she says, you know, I came last week and I got food, but so I don't remember her reason, but she said, thus and so happened, and I'm totally out of food. And I know I'm not supposed to come till next week. Is there any way you can help me? Well, of course, there's only one answer, which is come in. So I walked back into the pantry, and I told the lead volunteer on Saturday, I said, so-and-so is going to come in. Maybe it'll be after 4. And she said, I'll stay. The volunteer, and I left. The volunteer sent me an email later and said, we had so many people and this and that. The woman you mentioned came in, and she was so grateful. And that's what we're about, and that's what you're about when you sit here and when you give. Thank you very much.